Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another DC Multiverse action figure review on the McFarlaneToys Collector Edition DC Multiverse Power Girl. Oh my goodness, I've been waiting for McFarlaneToys to make a Power Girl for their DC Multiverse line for a long time. When this was announced, I was very excited, and the day the pre-order went up, somehow I missed the pre-order. I think they got sold out fairly quickly, and I ended up having to buy this figure on Mercari for aftermarket prices. How much did I pay for it? I spent over $50 on this.
You just love spending $50 on action figures. Sale! Ooh, my penis just grew.
That $50 it was like 50 something after tax and shipping. But hey, we'll find out whether or not I think it's worth the $50. We'll see. I really have been wanting to add this character to the shelf. She's basically a Supergirl from a different dimension and an essential Superman character that I want to have right over here next to my Superman, my Superboy, my Crypto, and Supergirl. Packaging is pretty standard for the collector edition right there. You get that silver foil. You can see she's number 31. On the back, we get this nice image of Power Girl right there. You see the window creeps up to the top. Not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. If you're trying to get your DC Multiverse figures that are in stock, you can do so.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's Power Girl out of the packaging. And trust me, I am only teasing. It's not a one-to-one. I paid an aftermarket price for this thing. It's not like it was priced at $50 at retail. Anyway, this figure is pretty damn cool. Worth the $30 retail price tag? I actually think so, yes, just right off the bat. But there are things that bug me about it, and we're going to get into that for sure. First of which, she does not come with her own flight stand. That does bug me. She should have come with her own flight stand. But anyway, let's get a closer look at the accessories that she did come with, and then we'll get a closer look at the figure. So we do get a fair number of accessories. I just really wish we got that flight stand instead of this right over here, which, because it's the collector edition, you get that bright silver right there on the stand. Looking okay, but yeah, the trading card right here looks pretty nice. I do like that they add that silver foil along the side. Nice image right over here. And then you can see there's a read-up over there. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. And then we have the 3 sets of interchangeable hands. You get a set of wide open hands. You get weapon holding hands. I'm not sure if she holds weapons. I don't know a whole ton about Power Girl. There are my 2 favorite things about Power Girl. We'll take a look at those in a minute. But yeah, she has weapon holding hands with a trigger finger sticking out, wide open hands. I had to heat up this finger to get that straightened out. It came a little bit warped on mine. You get the fist hands. Then you get Streaky the cat, which again, I didn't know she had a cat until I started reviewing this figure. I was like, oh, she has a super cat. And I did read it up. This cat has super powers, super strength, eyesight, and flying powers, and yeah, Streaky. She's got a lightning bolt right over here. They didn't paint in all the yellow, which she's supposed to have. But yeah, not a bad looking little kitty cat right over here. I do like the face. She's looking up, similar direction like how we have with Crypto. And you could imagine them being on the same shelf, looking up in the same direction. So now I have a Legion of Super Pets collection over here. So that'd be nice. They didn't paint the S logo right here with the yellow. That should be yellow right there. I do like it has a nice little soft goods cape right here. That is cool, but no articulation on this at all. Nice green eyes. So like I said, I'm not too familiar with Power Girl. I mean, I've read a whole bunch of books where she's in them. It's not like I just heard of her now. I just never got really deep into her own titles or anything like that. But yes, I like Power Girl. I did pick up the Mattel DC Multiverse version, and of course, I wanted to get this one too. And I think they did a really good job with this head sculpt. I do like it. I would have preferred to have had an interchangeable head. That would have been really cool to see, but I think they did a great job with the hair. I really do like it a lot. Getting some color variation in the blonde would have been nicer than just the one color, but I really like the way it's sculpted. You can see that seam line coming across the top right there, which doesn't look too awful. And I think the face paint looks really good on this figure too. I like how the eyes came out, the lipstick, the flesh tone. She is a little on the pale side, but it's not too bad. I think it looks pretty good. Where it doesn't look so good is this whole collar section right over here, where the neck attaches to the chest. It just looks really odd right there, and I guess that's where they tuck the cape in so that it's attached to the figure. So that splitting of the plastic right there bums me out. It's like, oh, damn it, I wish that was closed up. You don't see it on this side, obviously. This little pauldron's nice and soft, so you could pose the figure around. We'll get into the articulation. And then we got the ladies right there looking really good, so can't complain about those at all. And there's this little touch of flesh tone right over there, you know. I guess that should be a black color or something, you know, so it could look like shadows. But I think they did a good job with the size and everything. They didn't want to break up the torso. You know, I can understand that. Again, we'll get into articulation, but you can see the wrinkles right over here. Arms don't look too bad. Again, I wish McFarlane would go pinless at some point. Gloves look pretty good right there. And then looking at the cape, I don't think she's supposed to have the S on the back of her cape, so I'm not missing that at all. But the bendy wire is pretty nice. It just stops right here and starts again over there. So you have this little bit of a gappage just on this side. On this side, it goes all the way through. So that's my only gripe with the cape, but I mostly like it. It gets a little chunky over here is the best way I could explain it. I don't know, but it's bendy wire, cloth cape. Makes me very happy. I'm glad that they did it. And then we have these 3 seams coming along the back right over there, looking really good. I do like that they sculpted the booty. It's all attached to the thigh right there, so that looks pretty good. The thighs right here remind me of the Wonder Woman figure, even though I think these are different thighs. But yeah, I think the sculpt of this looks really good. It just looks really bad when you bend the knees. Like, that's just, it doesn't look organic at all. I guess it's this part right here that really bothers me more than anything. The lower part of the knee, not so much. The boots look pretty good. I'm just not so certain if this seam is supposed to be off-center or not. You know, I feel like this should be right over here. Nice gold right there. I think that came out looking pretty good. And that issue with that seam being off-center is on this side as well, right? See, wouldn't that be weird if it was just like, oh man, I feel stupid. Look at this. There's 2 seams on the foot, 2 seams on the boot. So that's how it's supposed to be placed. So that's a lot more centered than I thought it was. So there we go. So that's fine. That doesn't bother me anymore. That was my mistake. And then you can see at the bottom of the feet, we get some treads and peg holes. So I do like the articulation more than I thought I was gonna. She can look up a decent amount. We just have the dual ball peg system right over there. So yeah, that's not looking as high up as I'd like. She can look down very well though. And you get side-to-side motion and you get some good pivoting. But yeah, she could still, if you could almost pop it off, she'll look up even more so. I don't know. It's not too bad, but definitely not the best. Definitely not the worst. And there it is back on there. We have the butterfly joints that move forward and back and shift up and down. You can move the shoulders up and above the 90-degree mark. You'd rotate it all the way around. You do have the bicep swivel. You have the pinned double-jointed elbows. And then you get the pin hinge system right here with the wrists. You can turn them side to side, up and down, depending on how you have that configured. No mid-torso section. I think a cut underneath the breast line right there would have been fine, but they only give us the waist joint. So she turns side to side, pivots at the waist, crunches forward just that much, and crunches back a bit. The part where I am impressed with the articulation is the legs, especially here at the hips. I did not expect to get so much movement out of the legs. You can see she could almost do the splits. And then you can see she can, this part right here is fairly soft and pliable, so she can kick up to 90 degrees right there. And I haven't ripped this plastic or anything. I don't know, maybe it might in the future, but I've gone even a little bit further than 90 right over here, and it seems fine. So I'm not really that worried about it. I've already taken all my photos and posed the figure around a whole bunch, and it's looking really good. She can kick back that far, so a lot of movement with the legs. Unfortunately, though, you cannot move them inward. I like to be able to move them all closed, and you get a little bit of shifting over here. It doesn't count as thigh cuts, but I wish we got thigh cuts up there. That would have been nice. Again, you get the double jointed knees. I mean, look how well that bends in. That's just really cool looking to me, except for that stupid gap I was talking about earlier. No boot rotation, but you get rotation at the bottom of the ankle. You can move down, move up, beautiful ankle pivot, and no toe articulation. She's got the petite feet, I understand. And then she does have the bendy wire right here, as I explained earlier, which I love this bendy wire. It just adds so much to the figure. Hasbro has to do this with all their superhero capes from now on because it just really takes it to the next level. They got to catch up with this one for sure. This is awesome. And just looking at this Power Girl figure, it looks pretty cool, man. I do like her just even vanilla posed like this. But anyway, to measure out the figure, you can see she's standing pretty tall, a little over 7.5 inches. And to bust out Streaky over here, he is standing just a little over an inch, and from the foot to the end of the tail, you're looking at around 2.5, 2 3/4 inches. So here's Power Girl next to Supergirl, Kara, and yeah, dude, I do think she is a little bit oversized. I mean, she should be taller than Supergirl for sure, right? She's definitely taller than your average female, but I think that might be a little bit too much height right there. What do you guys say? Then here she is next to the McFarlaneToys DC Multiverse Wonder Woman, and I gotta say, yeah, I guess it makes sense she's taller than Wonder Woman. That works out okay for me. I just felt like she was a little bit on the oversized side, so you could see the height differences between these three characters right here. And here's Power Girl next to the Superman figure from the Monitor Wave, and we have the Action Comics, or his first appearance, head sculpt right on there too. And yeah, she looks like she's taller than Superman, and to me, I feel like they should be standing at about the same height, shouldn't they? I don't know, it just looks a little bit odd. I have this new Action Comics Superman figure just sent to me courtesy McFarlaneToys, and you can see this one's actually even shorter than that one, so looks like he's going to have to stay on the shelf. And for a Power Girl comparison, you can see we have our McFarlaneToys Power Girl and our Mattel DC UC Power Girl from, God, how many years ago? I mean, it's been at least 10 years since we've gotten a fully articulated Power Girl figure. I gotta say, Mattel over here was a little bit more generous with the window up top than the window that we see up over here. I mean, these are literally busting above the seams over there. It's quite a sight to behold. Don't look too bad, but yeah, I definitely like this figure more. And I didn't really realize this until pulling out the DC Multiverse figure, that this pauldron right here is supposed to have the cape attached to it. As you can see right there, it wraps around that rope going around her chest. So a bit of an inaccuracy over there. I guess a sacrifice for functionality, which isn't really bothering me. Here's Power Girl next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Oh man, before I say anything stupid, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Oh man, what a view. Pretty nice. Hey, what are you doing? Oh no, I'm sorry. No! So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to hit that like button. And if you're new here and you want to see more coming to the channel, well, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want the channel perks, well, you can hit that join button if you'd like. And this Power Girl figure, actually, I'm happier with it than I thought I was going to be. To be honest with you, the last time I'd gotten a bigger female figure like this, which was the Wonder Woman figure, I felt like there was some disappointments with that one that I'm not getting with this Power Girl. She definitely has a lot more articulation than the Wonder Woman figure. The legs on Wonder Woman, still, you know, you could bend them, I guess, around the same amount, but I feel like the torso movement is a lot better on Power Girl compared to Wonder Woman. The range of movement with the legs is better on Power Girl, I think, and the figure looks really good too. I'm really happy with the head sculpt, even though I wish we'd gotten 2 head sculpts. That would have been nice. I also wish we'd gotten a flight stand with the figure, so there's some inaccuracies, like with the cape. You know, getting a torso cut underneath the breast line, I think that would have been a cool thing to see. So yeah, there are things that I wish were done differently with the figure, but overall, I gotta say, I'm pretty damn happy with it, and we haven't gotten a Power Girl figure made in a long time from any company. I don't think DC Icons made one, or DC Essentials made one, so I'm stoked to have it, man. I'm glad I picked it up. And at the retail price of around $30, I'm gonna go ahead and give this Power Girl figure a Sud rating of... And I'd like to know what you guys think. Now, I'm rating this at $30 because that's the retail price, but I did pay about $50 for this thing, and I'm still happy with it. More than what I wanted to pay for sure, but I'm still happy that I got it. I'd like to know what you guys think. Did you get it? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest in toy news, you can find it all over at toynewseye.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on Whatnot. We have a giveaway on Whatnot coming up pretty soon, so stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Shot.